I was just thinking about how we put people in boxes and make assumptions about them based merely on what they do for a living.
You said you own a cat cafe, so I drew you living alone. The cats are like your babies, and you eat canned soup for dinner every night.
Not even close. Spot on.
That was a clip from the new Fox series Call Me Kat, starring one of the smartest women in Hollywood. Not only has she starred on hit shows like Blossom and The Big Bang Theory, but she's also actually a doctor, a neuroscientist,
Wow.
to be exact. Please welcome the brilliant Mayim Bialik. Great to have you with us. I loved you, grew up with you. It's so fun to see your success. And I mean, my goodness, you didn't just play a scientist in The Big Bang Theory. You are a scientist, as we just pointed out. So how did that evolution take place? Because we know you were a child actor, and then you've managed to accomplish quite a bit.
Well, thank you, first of all. I was on Blossom from 14 to 19. I fell in love with science and left the industry for 12 years. I went to UCLA, very fine public university, and I studied neuroscience and Hebrew and Jewish studies, and I went straight into a doctoral program. My thesis was psychoneuroendocrinology. I studied obsessive compulsive disorder in Prader-Willi syndrome and had an infant and a toddler by the time I finished grad school and defended my thesis, and was running out of health insurance. So I went back to acting just to try and get a couple jobs. Did not know I would be a regular on the #1 comedy in America, which I had never seen or heard of.
Wow.
Wow, that's how life just happens sometimes, right? Well, Dr. Bialik, you are actually using what you've learned. You actually have a podcast that's actually helping and talking to people about mental health issues.
Yeah, we're launching next week. It's called Mayim Bialik's Breakdown. And, I came up with this idea with my partner, Jonathan Cohen, during a really exceptional year when a lot of people's mental health issues became much closer to them. And we have a website, bialikbreakdown.com. We launch next week on Spotify and anywhere that you hear podcasts. And we'll also be on my YouTube channel, so you can watch it. The idea is to talk about all things mental health.
My goodness. And you know what? It couldn't have come at a more important time with what this country is facing on multiple fronts. So thank goodness.
Absolutely.
And we're very much looking forward to that. I understand, though, with your show Call Me Kat, it's actually about a woman who quits her job as a math teacher to open up a cat cafe. And I mean, you obviously are a woman of many talents with many roles, but apparently this is a dream role for you. Tell us why.
Yeah, it's funny because, this is the closest I've ever come to actually playing myself. She's a very quirky female. She's kind of klutzy. She's sloppy. She can be vulgar. She's funny. She's socially anxious. I'm working with Jim Parsons and his company. It's based on the BBC series Miranda. That's why I talk to the audience and why we wave to the camera at the end. Those are all things from the original show Miranda that we're based on. The idea is you can not have everything and still be happy. And I think a lot of women can relate to that, and a lot of men can as well.
Mayim, this is the first time I think the three of us have smiled today, so thank you so much for being with us. We certainly needed to hear everything you had to say, and we can't wait for more. Call Me Kat airs Thursdays on Fox, and the podcast, Mayim Bialik's Breakdown, premieres January 12th. Mayim, thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you. Please stay safe. The country is on fire. I appreciate you being here.
All right. And we should have her back and just do Bialik's Breakdown on just have a mental health discussion.
For the record, neuroscience, which is what her degree is, almost finished me off in medical school. It's probably the hardest. No, not easy at all.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.